And we are live, another episode of Brownish with my co-host Sasha Merci.
¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estamos?
Somebody in a good mood.
I'm in such a great mood. We just dropped like share Demon on Fuse, so it's been so look at it.
Oh!
Like I said, Demon on Fuse. Get yes, I'm excited about that.
And we're gonna talk about that, but let's get our guest in here. Very funny guy. He's one of the people behind BuzzFeed's Pero Like.
Yep.
Big round of applause for Gadiel Del Orbe.
Tú sabes, hay que prepararse. How y'all doing? So what is this Dímelo thing?
All right, so Like Share Dímelo is a little talk show that me and D have with Fuse. At first, it was supposed to be a podcast, but they liked our chemistry, so they wanted to do like a little talk show and see if it was going to be both podcast and talk show. And then we pay homage to how we started off on social media, so we have a skit.
Nice.
And before we start talking, but honestly,
that sounds fun. I'm gonna definitely check it out.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. It's fun, and the first topic that we talk about is Latinx. So we talk about that word and how we feel about it.
How you feel about it?
Ooh, he goes right in. He's like a journalist. How you feel about it?
Nah, I'm not saying nothing.
You're gonna have to watch the show.
I'm gonna have to watch the show.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me that view. No, so we were just talking about how we felt like how abrupt it was for us, because it just seems like when I go talk to my family, we don't be like, oh, yo soy Latinx, or like when we're speaking to our older generation or older people, we were like, oh, I'm Latino, Latina. I think for me is that it's already it creates an identity issue, because if I say Hispanic, I get a history lesson. If I say I'm Latino, I'm getting a history lesson. And all of a sudden we were just Latino, we were just Hispanic, now we Latinx, and I'm just trying to keep up. It's just opening the conversation for people, for my peers, to like figure out, okay, what is it that we do? Because a lot of people are like, I don't like that word. I don't understand. It's like, you don't understand it, you don't like it, but all we're trying to do is open up the conversation for everyone. So, to like, okay, so if you don't like it, then what do you want to be called? Because it just feels like it's an elitist conversation just being had behind our backs, because the only people that know about this word are scholars and people in the media. That's it.
And it didn't come from Latin America. It came from the United States. Whoever came up with that word didn't speak Spanish. They put Latin X. Why you could have put an E or like something else.
Yeah.
A vowel or some shit. But you can't even say that shit in Spanish. You can't even, because when we speak in Spanish, everything is with a male or a female. Él está. You can't be like, a mi X. I can't say that.
So and we're saying it wrong. It's not Latinx.
Yeah.
It's Latinx.
Oh, Latina, yeah.
It's Latinx. So I'm like, oh, so we're saying it. It's not Latinx. And then the other day I was watching Dave, the show with Little Dicky. And he's like doing this presentation, and real quick, the Hispanic people now want to be called Latinx. And I'm like, exactly.
Latinx.
It's a weird word to watch. It's like, you don't know what, So that's all. Like, just opening the door to have a conversation, because
I just see it like this. Like, if people want to identify themselves or whatever, you want to identify as a Latinx, and you feel, do you feel involved, like you're not excluded, then so be it. I'll use Latinx. A lot of times, it depends who I'm talking to. With somebody that's gender neutral, I'll be a Latinx and stuff like that. Pero when somebody tells me, what do I identify myself? I don't really identify myself as Latinx. I'll be like, I identify myself as Latino.
Right.
But I do like that in the episode, you and D, you make the point of, we do have this identity crisis. We do need a word, because I'm going through it now. So I got a 7-year-old boy, and we were doing this lesson together, and we talked about Rosa Parks, and then he starts breaking it down. He's like, oh wait, so where would I sit on this bus? I'm like, well, sadly at that time we back hit. So and then becomes a thing of, so what box do I check off? And it's like, man, like Hispanic, Latino, Latin, like I don't know what that box is gonna look like by the time you get older. And they really like. I wish there was just that. Like you were saying, like, I wish there was that one word to be like, "This is what we are."
Right. And I was in the article that we referenced to the remezcla, she talks about how some people don't like just don't like a word to lump us all together because we don't have an actual camaraderie. So Dominicans are very different from Mexicans, and the Guatemalans are very different from Colombian. I understand that, right? And Dee made a point where she's like, yeah, you know, we don't compare an Australian to a British person to a Canadian to whatever. But when they come to America, they're white.
Right.
You understand? So that's all it is. Like, there is a culture that brings us together. We listen to the same type of music. We understand what Bad Bunny is saying versus an African American and a white person listening to Bad Bunny. They're like, I don't know what he's saying, but I like the tunes. But we know that's so there's a culture that brings it together. And when I was doing my research, I realized that the word Latino in Hispano was different. It was definitely a word to describe the Spanish-speaking Americans in America. So if you go to Bolivia, and that's the thing that we don't get taught that in school. So we don't know. We're thinking that everybody outside of America is called Latino. They're not. So if you go to Colombia, I'm Colombian. When you go to Dominican Republic, yo soy Dominicano. They don't really say, oh, yo soy Latino, because they're like, yo soy Dominicano. Then you come to America, like, oh, yo soy Latino, because then you go to that box. So I was like, oh, that was another like mind-blowing moment for me. I was like, oh, shit, okay. Oh, now I understand. But so with the X is like, you're trying to X us out, like, get ahead.
I don't like doing X.
Like an X, man. Like, whoa, you know. So
in Japan, they were like, in the Asian countries, if they don't want you in somewhere, they'll be like this to you.
Exactly.
Well, Americans,
get the fuck out of here.
Está bien.
Maybe that's why they put the X to keep us out the industry. Like, no show.
Right. So
we're gonna make a Latino show, not X.
You get it? Yeah. So how do you feel about the word?
Oh, Eric or me?
No, Gadiel, you know we're talking to you. I like he's trying to dodge the question.
You the guy. You know.
Oh, me?
For me, like I said earlier, like I will use it if it makes people feel included. I want everybody to feel like they exist, you know. But I don't identify as Latinx. I don't. To be honest with you, I'm proud to say yo soy Latino. I love the word Latino, but I'm never gonna be like yo soy Latino X. Saludos a los Latino X. Una mano arriba.
Right. What about you, Eric?
I feel like I understand the non-gender of it, but I feel like they're mashing up too much into one thing. Like, so if you are white LGBTQ, that's how I'm a white LGBT. Like, that's the way you say it. Like, oh, I'm a black LGBTQ. But for us, they're trying to put it all in one word. It's like, oh, Latinx, I got no gender. Like, but like, exactly. The Spanish language is based on gender.
Black. You know? Why wouldn't it be you? Bringing up a good point, like, not why isn't it white X?
Yeah, why isn't it white X or black X? Like, but why are we trying to do too much for us and sort of confuse us even more? Of like, I don't know where we stand. Like, give us, you know, that word that describes us all. Like, and I know we're all different: Dominicano, Puerto Rican, Guatemalteco. Like, everybody has their own thing. Like, I used to have this joke where, like, if you mistake somebody like, oh, Mexican, oh, I'm Colombian. Like, yeah, all right, man. But we all brown. We all here. Right. Like, we have to have a word that describes us. Like, you can't get offended because Americans can't tell.
Yeah,
that's true. You know? That's true.
So I feel like they're doing too much with it. Like, they need to boom, your nationality, your race is one thing, and then your sexuality is a whole different.
Completely different. Yeah.
Who came up with that? Who was it that I heard it came from Tumblr? You know, me and Lassie.
That's what we're saying.
I guarantee you, some woke person, thick glasses, beard. He had a tweed jacket on. He said, "Latinx."
You can't speak Spanish.
Where did it come from, and why the X? Like, where did it come from? And
tell your grandmother Latinx and watch it smack you.
Right, but Eric, you brought up a good point because you're like, there's so many things happening in the Latin community that are a lot more important than coming up with a name. But it's like, you know, we have to find our identity to really know what it is that we're fighting for. Because it's true, like, I can't even say what I am without people be like, you calling yourself Latina? You calling yourself Hispana? You need to know better because you are in the media, and it's just like, bro, Can we pick a word and just let's stick together with it?
That's true. No? That's true.
Coño, because I get every time is a history lesson.
Right.
Do people? So when you say I'm Latina, do people come up to you and be like, "No, it's Latinx"?
I haven't really gotten the really bad pushback from it. They'll be like, okay, but they're like always trying to lump us like, oh, but so you're Latinx, and it's just like, yeah, I'm Latina, so okay, so you're Latinx. It's like, didn't you see what I said? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh yeah, sure, Latinx. So it's just like
that's hilarious. You should work on that on stage.
Yeah.
So now you got Homer. You got Homer, Gadiel. You got to watch his show.
I do. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for like, you know, the content that I'm coming up with. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like during this quarantine, I'm pretty sure you guys have so much content that you guys want to work on. But I'm also like, I can't wait to be on stage. Like I miss being on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting the itch. I've been just writing stuff down, and I'm like, the sad thing is, I run it by my wife. I'm like, oh, what do you think about this? And she just like we've been together too long in this quarantine. She's like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
She done.
Yeah, it's just I'm just excited for the content that I'm writing, but really I miss the stage. What about you, Gadiel? Like, what are you gonna do? What is the first thing you're gonna do after the quarantine?
So. Right now, I just purchased a home, right? And I just been fixing. So right now it's a duplex. So I'm trying to convert it into a triplex. So that's where my mind is at. So I don't even have time to even think about what's going on in the world. Ay, la gente se está muriendo, no me diga. Oye, ¿cuándo tú venir para foundation?
Yeah, right.
So it takes a lot of your time. It is a lot of work. And it's not easy. So a lot of times my content creation has slowed down a little bit because I'm tired by the end of the day.
But you're still putting stuff up. Like I just saw the one Latina mothers always complain about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, dude, like I gotta ask, like, where did that come from? Like, where do you go? I gotta get a wig with the rollers. Like, this is what I'm gonna start doing.
Oh, it's my mom's. That's definitely my mom's. Like Julissa and I, we started together, but Julissa was able to combine my mom and her mom. If you see a lot of the old Latina mom videos, I produced a lot of them. Julissa just have this knack of being. She just has a really good way of being improvise. Right. She's such a great actress. You know, I think she does a better job than me. But a lot of times when you see this mom characters, that's my mom. Like everything that Julissa said before and stuff like that is also a combination of her mother too. But a lot of that, my mom loves all that stuff because it's the things that she said. And there's still worse things that she said to me. Like she told me when I was 7 years old, she was like, "Te voy a tirar por la ventana para que caiga explotado."
Yeah, it's true. Like that's so common, especially for like us Dominican people, because it's like this might be too much for you, Eric, or whatever. But for us, this is so simple. Like when there's no money, right? You be like, mami, ¿tú me puedes comprar este juguete? Sí.
I know where you're going.
Sí, con el pelo de toto mío. So that's how you know you're not gonna get nothing, and it's a constant thing. So you can have con el pelo de toto, and like what?
For our English speaking viewers, just Google it.
Just Google it.
You can translate it. You can translate. Toto here. Yeah, I know what Toto is.
Yeah, it's like exactly. So it'll be very graphic, like other cultures here, and they're like, "Whoa, that's like the worst thing."
Whoa, yeah.
But we're like, "Nah, that just means you don't got the money." Like,
I remember, like I was chilling with my cousin. His mother was mad at him, and she walked into the house. I'm chilling in the living room, and she goes like, "¿Para qué tú vas donde Melba? Ella es tu mamá. Yo soy tu mamá. Tú saliste de esta semilla." Where did esta semilla?
That's every mom. For some reason, they want to remind you they pushed you out. Like my mom, vientre. Tú quería ir a la calle. I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm sorry.
I was deadly afraid of my parents because there is a fear that a Latino parent puts in a child where they actually believe that their parent is going to kill them. You know what I'm saying? You will be like, si tú no te sacas que yo te voy a arrancar, te voy a explotar. Like, you know, and you're like, oh my God, this person has so much anger towards me.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill me, but they're not. And then the older you get, you start to realize like, oh, they were just talking crap. They would have never done that to me. But then people don't understand why I'm so passionate sometimes. It's like, oh, Latinas are so passionate. It's like, you should have seen how my parents.
You do the same shit. You do the same shit too, Sasha?
I don't have kids, so I'm learning. I was having this conversation with my cousins, and I was like, now that I'm more in the corporate world and I'm developing things and I'm talking to white people, I can't be.
Está pasando.
They don't understand the passion. They barely got Latinx. They're gonna be like, "Why she's so angry?"
Yeah, that's why we gotta put an X behind it. It just sounds like a bug spray. Like anyway, so hola Leo, ¿cómo está? So yeah, so I'm like, yo, I'm learning how to talk to people because they'll be like, oh, this is finished, and I'll look at it and it doesn't look like a finished product, and I want to text back like, you motherfuckers blind, but instead you're like, oh, this is great, but can we work on this, so I'm learning how to talk like that. But growing up, it's everybody's so straightforward. Like your parents be like, man, and then
but they always react like that though.
They always react for everything, and so it kind of like stays with you when you're an adult and you're like, what the fuck, can you guys move? And then you realize, oh, that's not how you talk to people.
Yeah, see, I got kids, so like a lot of stuff that my mom used to tell me, like I look back now and I go, why the hell would she say that to me? That's traumatizing. Like I remember I'd want to go play out with my friends. Oh, en la calle, si te da un carro, te pego. I'm like, why would you hit me? I just got hit by a car. Yeah. And you gonna hit me?
Listen to that. There was one time I came, my aunt has a scheduled time to cook, right? And I came, and she's cooked at 7, I came at 8. There was no food left. Mind you, like, what else am I going to eat? Like, if you didn't cook, what am I going to eat? So, like, tía, where's the food? She's like, ¿tú no querías calle? Pues come calle.
No way. Yeah, I remember one time my mom was like, te voy a sacar la tripa. You hit me.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
I think I'm gonna need you guys to teach my kids Spanish because right now in the quarantine, I'm teaching them both like through YouTube videos, and none of this is covered in those videos.
Yeah,
you gotta, but it comes from you. You gotta teach them. Mira, hijo la gran puta, tú quieres que te saque la tripa con todo.
When I first started dating my wife, she went and bought Rosetta Stone because she wanted to bond with my family, and I was like, "You're adorable." I was like, "That's not gonna help you Puerto Ricans." She, what do you mean? This is Rosetta Stone. It's gonna work. And I was like, all right. She did it for like a month, and then she tried to throw her Spanish out, and then boom, they just hit her rapid fire. She was like, I'm not gonna do this no more.
Yeah.
But first of all, Rosetta Stone ain't shit. Cause I remember a white guy. I was in the Navy. A white guy came up to me. He was like, "Yeah, I know Spanish. I've been using Rosetta Stone." I'm like, "Oh yeah, then tell me something." El niño está corriendo. El caballo está corriendo. La niña está corriendo. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, how does that have anything to do with what we're talking about right now? Like,
but Rosetta Stone, that's what they teach us. Be like, the kid is running, the boy is running, the man is running. I'm like, you're not gonna use that in a conversation.
Yeah, right. And all the dialects.
Dale.
No, all the dialects are different. Like I remember because my stepmom, she's Puerto Rican, and when I was living with her, she used to call pantallas earring. And it was like pantalla, and for me, pantalla is the screen of a TV. Entonces, like, liti, for us, mitalabios, she used to say liti a lot. There was like certain words, There was like certain words.
Where's she from?
She's Puerto Rican from Mayagüez.
Okay.
So it would be like, it would be different. But also I realized that there's a lot of words that we're adopting in Spanish that aren't Spanish words. Like when I'll be like, llama elevador. It's not elevador. Ascensor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning that too. Like my kids don't think I know Spanish because we're watching this video together, and it's like the little boy puts on his shorts. Oh, I'm like, little shorty.
Lo chore.
That's what I know.
A parking is one.
Parking. El building.
El building. Oh yeah, I remember when I was in DR, right? And DR, like if they notice that you American or you speak any English, like they're gonna try to hustle you, right? Am I right, Simon?
Yeah, you're not exaggerating.
So I went. Me and my sister went. So we want to use a 4-wheeler. Like we want to go to the mountains and like the Arenas or whatnot. And we're like, yo, so we could get a good deal. We can't be speaking English. These dudes got to think, well, we from here, from El Campo. She's like, all right, but how do we call a four-wheeler in Spanish? We just don't know what to call a four-wheeler. If not, ese tipo nos va a engañar. We get there. And I was like, yo quiero rentar uno de estos. Y el tipo me mira, él viene la vaina y dice, oh, los four-wheelers.
Yo, that's funny, bro. That's happening a lot, man. That is happening a lot.
Dude, that would have been hilarious if you Google translated and actually tried to use the exact term, and he looked at you like,
esa mierda, son los four-wheelers.
Eso four-wheeler. That is so funny. I remember when I was in DR recently when I was filming De Lo Mío or whatever, and I was having, there's certain words that I'm good at speaking, but then there's words that I directly translate from English to Spanish. I'm like, sí, porque era como 14. He's like, 14. Diablo, pero no 14.
14. Diablo. Oh, man. Yo, Sasha, I remember somebody told me that you shot a film over there. Do you know Wheelie? From El Nuevo Dia? I think it was him that told me.
I think so, probably, because I did. Wheelie, what does he do?
He's like he's a reporter over there. El Nuevo Diario. He has like he perms. He's a black dude that perms his hair.
I don't remember why. He was saying he met me.
I think he was like, I think he's the one that told me. He was like, he told me like he knew you. He was like, tú sabes aquí vino Sasha, Mercy, tú conoces a la Sasha, ¿verdad? Yo sí, they got that fucking local voice, right?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know.
Yeah, Gonzalez.
Yeah.
No, wait, before this, how often were you guys going to DR?
Like every year. I go once or twice a year.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't go for a very long time because of financial reasons. But yeah, when I was living in DR when I was like 6 years old.
Wow, okay.
I was born in the Bronx, but when I was a baby, they took me to DR, and that was when my life was supposed to be in DR, like go to school.
No way.
Stuff. Yeah, I was supposed to be una dominicanita.
Don't you miss that shit?
I do. Like where I used to live in DR was like a nice house, and like you just walk to the beach and stuff like that. But then I got the city life, man. The Bronx is in my veins.
You could walk to the beach. Where was this at?
I used to live in La Capital. I forgot what was the street.
Okay.
Because they ended up selling and turning it into condos. But I remember
no way.
Like a famous singer. I don't know who it was, but yeah.
Damn.
Man, I used to have. Listen, my grandfather, he used to hook it up. We had a dog, we had a cat, we had a hen, we had roosters, we had like a backyard. We used to, grow our own stuff. We had coconuts in the bag.
You were like what? Yo. And over there, like Eric, Dominican Republic is known to have the most fruits and vegetables. Tiene la más vegetación of all the islands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it has yautía, batata, everything. It's just like when I go to my grandparents' garden, like in El Campo, they have a huge garden in the backyard, and they got everything. They got cocoa. You grab the cocoa, and you just chew on it.
Yep.
And it's white. That cocoa is white.
Straight up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw chocolate before it was chocolate. I was like, oh shit. It ain't brown when the brown stuff come in. Like it's white. Yo, and then it was so funny because I didn't know how to open it, right? And my cousins, they still live over there, so I was like, ¿Cómo se abre esto? She's like, oh, I see they taking a fucking hit it against the rock. Fucking, and then they went
and they paint the whole thing because you get constipated.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got so constipated over there. Like TMI, but I got constipated. So they kept feeding me plátanos, arroz, habichuela, and an avocado. But the plátano, it was my aunt woke up to feed me breakfast. So then after I eat, start cleaning to cook again. to start cleaning, to cook again. I'm like, pero tú vives en la cocina, eh? So I kept eating so much plátanos and I got constipated and I didn't want to tell nobody and they kept wanting to feed me food, but I couldn't eat because I was already like, I can't use the bathroom.
You backed up. You were just...
You know, like I was like, oh, and then we went to go eat by the river. So they cooked the food with river water. And that's when my American side came in. I was like, what about stuff, like, you know? So anyway, so yeah. So then I'm like eating all that stuff and yo estoy tapada. Entonces, my last day, they make un sancocho, which I wish I was able to eat. So I'm little by little, like, I'm trying to eat like in disguise so that they don't really see that I'm like, you know, struggling to eat it, because they're very like, tú no estás comiendo. So my cousin, he's a doctor, he's like, Sacho, tú no estás comiendo, ¿qué está pasando? ¿Qué que yo estoy tapada? He's like, ¿qué? I'm like, yo estoy tapada. Everyone's like, I'm like, yo no puedo hacer caca. And the whole house was like, oh my God. No, it was so crazy. They were making
every time
me like a motherfucker.
Every time I go to DR the first 3 days, I'm constipated. And I just know, I'm like, I already know. Take some X-Lax with you, you good.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love that you became a woke white woman when they were cooking with the river water.
Yeah, that's what I was my American.
Once you start visiting family and they go, oh, we want to introduce you to a friend, and then like you go and they start doing stuff that you're like, oh, hold on, that's not sanitary. You want to
yeah, man.
I miss over there. My family, como vive en el campo, like you see them. Like when I go back, we have a cheese called queso en hoja. You know, Sasha.
Yes, of course.
And, oh my God, best cheese I've ever tasted in my life.
Yeah, those queso en hojas, we used to put that in the maletas, and that's the first.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, every Dominican that goes to DR and fly back, they got queso maletas or queso. And it takes forever to leave the airport. As a matter of fact, because they overpack and it's too heavy. A lot of people can't get on. They got to take some out. And so there was one day I was in the airport. I was like, aquí está durando mucho porque aquí todo el mundo tiene queso en la maleta. Todo el mundo con queso.
Yeah, that's so funny, bro. Yeah, man, that's a fact.
Yeah. That is true.
So now, speaking of becoming white people here, I don't know if you guys saw on the news, our president said we should be sterilizing our insides.
Oh yeah, the Clorox.
Muchacho, vamos a hablar de ese tipo.
I tweeted, El Latino, is fabuloso okay? Because I gotta keep it culturally right.
Fabuloso.
You know, to be honest, I feel like Latinos, we're the most, I feel like we're so clean, right? I don't know, it's been instilled in my mind every time that I wake up, que limpia, right? So it's like, for him to say that, to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to like clean our inside. It's like, for real, people are already spraying themselves with Lysol. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's perfume. People like when I'm talking to my aunt in New York, she's like, ay, sí, mija, cuando yo vengo a la casa, yo me quito toda mi ropa ahí mismo. Entonces, I spray my clothes y me pongo un spray un chin. Bro, that's you telling people to drink it? And there was there's this thing that said there's a couple New Yorkers that already drank a little bit of Clorox.
I heard about that. That's very true. Listen to me. I laugh because people be like, they always talk about Trump, talk about like he means what he says. He says what he means.
Yeah.
He says what he means. He says what he means. But you're always trying to translate what he means because you know what I mean?
It's stupidity. Yeah, the stupidity, yes.
It shit don't make sense. I'm like, oh, I like him because he said what it is and what he truly means and what he truly feels. But then you got to decipher what he means with the shit that he says. Like, it shit don't make no sense. I don't think that he's the right president for us to lead us through a pandemic. Muchacho, I didn't even vote for Obama. The second term, I didn't vote for Obama. But now this motherfucker make me miss Obama. I'm like, pero ven pa' acá, just give me hope, motherfucker.
Dude, this is making me miss George W.
Yeah, it's like, it's to the point that people like you said, like they're like, oh, he's a straight shooter. He says it how it is.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, he's being sarcastic.
Which, by the way, we all do comedy. We know sarcasm. He was like legit, like, what if we put Clorox inside?
What do we inject inside? That's a good idea. See, I'm smart. Next day, he was like, I did not say that.
Yeah,
I was being
I never said that. He's the best gaslighter in the world. He's like, oh, I never said that. I never said that. It's like, we have footage. Oh, I never said that.
I never said. Oh yeah.
Best gaslighter in the world.
He's the only one that gets away with it. I didn't say that in this video of him saying it, and he just denies it to the end.
That guy could get away with murder.
I'm telling you, he has.
Yup.
All right.
I'm telling you, his follower.
I don't know.
Eso es la mierda.
So Gadiel, what are you doing to pass the time in quarantine, man? Other than fixing the house up and.
Just work. I work from home, so I shoot videos at home from now. Me and my sister have been collaborating to make more videos for my own social media and YouTube. Like the Latina mom character, we developed that during this whole quarantine. It's been fun. You know, a lot of people are at home. They want to see stuff and stuff like that. So it has been performing well on all my social media.
I've also seen you going live with your sister, which cracks me up. You guys just sit there and just take questions and connect with people, which I love.
Yeah. How old is your sister, by the way?
She's 30 years old.
Wow, you just throwing a business out there.
She's 31.
You just throwing a business out there. What?
Like, who's older, you or her? Like, who's the older?
I'm older.
Oh.
I'm older. Yo me veo más joven, pero I'm older.
Is the Latinx? That's what...
Yeah. The Latins don't.
No, let me not say that. No.
I just turned 30, so you know.
You just turned 30. Congratulations, girl.
She said it like she said 70. I just turned, like, guys.
I mean, I turned 30 like in February, but you know what? No one's really like celebrating birthdays like that right now during the quarantine. So I'm gonna celebrate my birthday.
Well, happy birthday though.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated.
Hey, at least you don't got no kids, yo.
Facts.
Oh, well, I feel like that was a shot at me, Gadiel. What?
No offense, but you married, bro. You good? You got
children.
What he's saying is like, at least you didn't have children and you're not married. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
But Eric, you married though, ain't it?
I'm married, yeah.
You good? Okay. I'm not married. Like, you imagine being single with kids? Fuck that. I've been dodging those kids too all my life. I got 33 years, like going like this.
So you have no kids, or do you want to have kids in the future?
I would love to have kids, but it's like, okay, you gotta meet the right person. Eso no va a lo loco. You know what I mean? You know, especially with the work that we do, it's a little bit more difficult because you really gotta date somebody that's secure of themselves.
Dude, and secure, because you meet all these like people that do the same thing as you as entertainers, and they are the most insecure people in the world, and they might be the most successful too. They mad successful, but the most insecure, and you're like, when, you know, trying to find the right balance too.
I feel like when it comes to dating somebody, Eric probably knows this, but like, you know, I feel like I'm trying to find my teammate. There's somebody that I could grow with, that understands what I do, that also understands financial shit too. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we a team now. If we're gonna be together and have kids, we have to grow a wealth together in a sense. We're growing a fortune, so you need to know all these things and how everything moves. So when I'm not around, you can take care of it. I don't need a housewife.
Right.
You understand? Esa mierda de cosa de ayer.
Eso es cosa de ayer.
Like, I'll get a lot of comics ask me like to give them kind of advice, and it's exactly what you're saying. You need somebody that's your teammate. You need somebody. I always tell them, you gotta find somebody that's gonna make you a better version of you, and you're doing the same thing for that person.
Absolutely.
Because we've seen so many relationships. I've seen them in my family where just, yo, this woman just don't stop. I had to give up on my dreams, and they're just miserable together. And it's like, then why'd you guys even come together?
Right.
Yeah.
There's no purpose there. You know?
That's true. Right. And I see it like that right now. If I meet a woman, I gotta make sure like she has her head on straight. Hopefully I don't become a stepdaddy. I've been dodging that too. But no, You never know.
You never know.
I'll tell you now, I feel bad. Like and I don't mean this. I don't want you guys to get sad on me, but I feel bad for you guys who are single out there dating. No, because dating has gotten so much harder with the apps now, with this thing, and now even worse. Like even if you do meet somebody, you don't even know what they look like because now they all wearing face masks. So you're taking a gamble. You're like, oh, she look good. And then she take that. You like, oh,
Especially with those filters, you're like, oh, but está bien. You meet them in person, pero ven acá, esa no eres tú. Diablo.
I've had a couple guy friends be like, yo, I went on a date with this girl on Tinder and she looks nothing like her picture because she was using so much filters in her picture. Like,
no way.
Yeah, he was like, if she was using the filter in real life, then she would look exactly like her pictures. And I'm like, damn, this shit is getting out.
She like that fancy water. She quadruple filtered.
Yeah.
It is. It's a lot harder. I feel like not a lot of people meet in person no more. Like even when you go into the club, people like do not know how to socialize anymore because of social media. Like, no sabe hablar. You're hanging out with somebody, you go on a date and they're on their phone and shit like that. I'm like, come on, man.
And I feel like this has happened to me before where, you know, sometimes on social media you do like these really, really nice like photo shoots and it's like overly glamorous and stuff. So they'll be like, oh, let me follow you. And then like they'll follow me and they'll be like, but you beautiful, like you really beautiful. It's like, my man, I'm right in front of you. You had to use my IG to tell me I'm beautiful? The fuck?
Yo, that's how you.
Now, do you get requests? You guys go, hey, girl, can you do the Selena makeup? On
When you go out, can you walk around with the same photographer and the same camera too? Like, come on.
Yeah, but how many times you meet somebody, you're like, you meet them in person, they're like, you look at their social media, diablo, pero tú estás buena.
Está bueno, right.
¿Qué pasó?
But it does make you do a double take, though. It does make you be like, oh, you're like, oh, you follow them on IG, and you don't remember meeting them was like so significant, and then you're like, oh, let me DM them, let me see. And then when you see them next time, they kind of do look a little bit like. All right, but before we are done with before we wrap up, what we're gonna play Quarantine Never Have I Ever, okay?
Okay.
Have you ever played Never Have I Ever? In general?
Never Have I Ever. That means, can you explain the rules one more time?
So we'll make a statement like Never Have I Ever, and if you have, you tell us what you've done. So for instance, like last week we played Never Have I Ever Quarantine Edition. Is never have I ever eaten food off the floor since the quarantine. Before I would pick up food and just boom, 5 seconds. And now quarantine, I'm just like, nope, not touching that.
Del contractor me está llamando, espérate.
Oh, mira
eso.
Aquí, ¿puede salir un segundo? Un segundo. ¿Me pueden dar como 10 minutos? ¿Se puede? Sí, está bien. 10 minutos aquí está. Gracias. Vale.
Hold on. My money manager's calling me right now.
Yo, hold on. I gotta
sell.
Yeah. I guess they want to see something. They want to show me something. Hope it's nothing bad. It sounds like something bad, huh? Wait, can you come out for a second?
So, ready? I'll go first. Never have I ever, since the quarantine, have left the bathroom now without washing my hands thoroughly. I'm talking about back in the day before quarantine. Sometimes I just need a little water. That's it. I'm good.
Yeah.
So hold on. So when you raise your hand, you mean that you've done it or you haven't?
So like you do it. So never have I ever. He says never have I ever washed my. What was it you said again?
Wash my hands so thoroughly since leaving the bathroom. But back in the day, dude, back in the day, sometimes I take a little water. That's it. I wouldn't even.
Yeah.
Now
I'm like this now. When I come out of the shower, I'm like this.
I look, dude. I scrub up like I'm about to perform surgery. I walk around like this.
Touch me, I'm sterile. Okay. All right. So, never have I ever watched TV for 24 hours.
Damn. I definitely haven't done that. 24 hours?
Bro, shit. I couldn't sleep. There was a day that I didn't even get out of bed. I couldn't sleep. I was just watching reruns of Golden Girls, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Hold on, why'd you become an all white person watching all white people shows?
Ni yo esa miel. You gotta be super bored to watch that shit.
That's what I was in my life.
Wow.
I've not done that yet. I got kids, so I gotta get to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
Me. Oh, I go next.
You gotta give us one.
I never. So it's something that I've done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
you never have
Since
you
quarantine.
since quarantine.
Quarantine. Damn. Y'all gonna make me think. Never have I ever.
Here, I'll give you another one.
Yeah.
Ready?
You
Never
know what?
have
You
I
know what?
ever-
Never have I ever hung outside so much. Ever since the quarantine.
Are you serious?
I'll be outside. I'll be
Bro, I'm not
outside.
gonna lie, I tried to go to the beach the other day, even though they said the beaches are closed. But I know that there's little illegal beaches right now that
Yeah.
might be at, But I couldn't find it.
Hilarious.
I want to go to the beach so bad, but I'll be hanging out outside, yo acechando a los vecinos. No, que te va, man, ten cuidado, yo llamo a la policía.
He's become a real homeowner now. Hey,
I'm a real homeowner.
yeah, hey.
I got 9-1 and I'm waiting for somebody to fuck up.
All right, here's the last one. Ready?
It's a neighborhood watch.
Never have I ever, since quarantine, never have I ever reworn clothes until it's washed. Back in the day, I would smell a shirt. I could wear that again. Now I'm just like, no, that got the Rona. I gotta.
Dude, yeah.
No, I would. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna raise my hand on that one. I wear the same shit almost every day. Porque yo estoy en mi casa todos los días acá. En mi casa ya wear. Hay muchas veces hasta los mismos pantaloncillos. Dije, pues, yo no hice nada.
Gadiel, I want to start watching your lives a little more closely. Like, oh, he had that on 3 days straight.
I have the same jacket on in every live. I don't give a fuck.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time, man. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Yo, y'all can find me on Pero Like, and you can find me at Gadiel Del Orbe. Thank you guys for having me. This was so much fun. You guys are so dope. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in person.
Yes, man, I can't wait. Un abrazo.
Yeah,
And then I want to go to your house a ver lo que tú hiciste.
We're gonna see the whole
te invito cuando haga un sancochito aquí.
All right.
Así es.
But don't use that river water. Don't use that river water.
That'll be good. I got filter water. Yo tengo ese reverse osmosis que lo instalé yo mismo.
Yo,
Yo estoy como los gringos aquí.
Yo, real quick, did you see the SNL sketch that they were doing with Big Papi? Where
I haven't.
Yo, let me see if I find just real quick because I have to get off too. But it's mad funny. They're he's like this is Dominican lunch.
Oh, I'm gonna say, mándame esa vaina.
Yeah, the woman does a vaina, but it's a SNL Dominican lunch, and he's like,
I got you. I think I got you anyways.
yeah, you need to check it out. Cause he's like, we got sancocho con mano de mono. I'm like, mano de mono. All right, guys.
All right, thank you so much. Don't forget to watch Sasha's show, Like, Share, Dímelo, every Friday on Fuse's YouTube channel. Go watch it. It's very funny. Her and Dean Essie, who we're going to get next week to come on so we can get the full Like, Share, Dímelo crew up in here.
Yeah.
Le va a dar un check it out.
Okay.
And make sure you guys follow each and every one of us, share our stuff, like our stuff, tell a friend, because it's the only way we keep getting the word out and spreading the laughs.
All righty.
All right.
Gracias, señores. Que la pasen bien. How you get out of this thing anyways? So
I just put una X aquí.